saved my life. I was cut up and stabbed all over, not knowing if I was going to be found dead or alive. Just left church, got home and met tragedy. To be cut up, stabbed several times, left in a puddle of blood for 12 long hours. And at that time I weighed about like 99, 100. And to be in a puddle of blood, stabbed over and over and over and over again. I haven't always walked on a cane. It was because of tragedy that hit my home. Laying there in a puddle of blood, I was saying two words. Help me. Two words. Help me. That's the loudest I could go. I did not know that one of my lungs was punctured. Saying two words, brother. But then I thought about one name. Some of y'all might know the name I'm referring to. I hear somebody saying it. I hear somebody calling it. I hear somebody saying it. Do you know it? Do you know it? Do you know it? And then I was found 12 hours later in my home, covered up with my own sheets and comforters, left to die. To move the story along, I was in a hospital. They rushed me to the hospital. They discovered one of my lungs was punctured and they put a chest tube in my body to rejuvenate the lungs. Kept that in there for 5 days and then took it out. Transferred me to another hospital, COGIC. And then the doctor said I had arrived there just in time because the chest tube that they took out too soon had my lungs to recollapse. So had I not got there in time, I'd have been dead on arrival. So that's another time the Lord spared my life. And gave me another chance to enter into His kingdom. Then in the hospital, not ever faced with this tragedy, not ever in the hospital before in my life. I was 26. They discovered that I had to go to the rehab because not only was one of my lungs punctured, but it bruised my spinal cord, which affected my right side. And I don't have the mobility of this right hand because all night long for 12 hours I was laying on this arm. I couldn't move my arm, but because a miracle surgeon named Jesus, Dr. Jesus, had me lay on my arm. Lay on my arm 12 hours, so my body really stopped me from bleeding to death. They had to take me to the rehab so I could learn how to walk all over again. My neurosurgeon said I would never walk for 2 to 3 years. Then they said I would never sing the same when he found out I was a recording artist because one of my lungs were punctured. Well, one part he got wrong and one right here. But right now, my right hand, and I didn't have that before. So that's the part that got wrong. Then the part, this is the other part that got wrong. This part that got right. This is the other part that got wrong. He said I'm gonna walk for 2 to 3 years. My mama's a witness. My insurance paid for 8 weeks for me to learn how to walk and do everything all over again. He said I would not walk for 2 to 3 years. Well, 3 to 4 weeks, I got my stroll on. In 3 to 4 weeks. So who would serve a God like this? Who would magnify a God like this? Who would glorify a God like this? So I told the Lord, if you get me out of this, everywhere I go, I'ma tell somebody that you are a miracle worker for real. I know for myself. I don't have to listen to your testimony. I have my own that is a miracle So I wrote a song that says, if the Lord never do it